Have you ever felt completely broken? Like your life is shattered into a million pieces with no way to repair it? Maybe you lost somebody that you loved. Maybe you had a dream that's falling apart. Maybe you simply feel unseen, unnoticed, and unloved. Well, you know what? God sees you differently. And you know what? You're never too broken to be loved. You're never too damaged to be restored. Welcome to Finding Hope in a Suffering Society. I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
And we're here to help you find the beauty
in the darkness.
Come here for your weekly encouragement. So today we're going to jump right in, and we're going to Josh and Rob this topic.
Oh, boy.
Like that?
Here we go.
We're going to Josh and Rob it.
Be prepared. Hold on. Buckle up. It's going to get real.
So let's Josh and Rob it. So do you feel and think that God is in the restoration business?
I think and feel that is probably one of the dumbest questions I've ever heard.
Why is that?
I'm sitting here. He's sitting here. If restoration wasn't part of God's business, I'd have died 11 years ago. But because God sees something so much bigger for all of us, I'm still here. I'm still here just like he is. And the reason we're here is this. What we're trying to do right now is get these videos out to you. Trying to talk to you about the things we've gone through in our lives, trying to rebuild our stories because our stories were lit on fire.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but my story is kind of a big dumpster fire.
Well, and when we're broken, you know, what we forget is God is closer than you think. We feel like he's so far away, but he's actually right there.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you see two footprints in the sand, it was when I was carrying you.
Mm-hmm. When you say I was carrying you, who was carrying you? It's
God.
God was carrying you. Yeah.
I know it's an old one and everybody's seen it a million times. I can remember it sitting on a wall in my grandparents' house when I was a kid. There was a little mirror right in the doorway, and every time you walked in, it was sitting right next to the door, and you'd see it every time. And when there were two steps in the sand, I was carrying you. Yeah. And it's something that it always sticks in my head because there's plenty of times where I felt alone and I thought I was alone until I look back on it. And that's the unfortunate part about being broken and being in despair and hurt is you think that no one understands it. You think that nobody can understand where you're at, why you're there, and how you got there, and where you're coming from. And that's the thing. There's more of us out there who do than what people realize.
Yeah, and sometimes I think you feel like you're too broken for God, and you're too damaged to be loved by God.
I don't even know if it's just God. You feel too damaged to be loved by anyone. You don't feel like you have the ability to be loved. Growing up, I felt like that. There was plenty of times. I mean, I had a dad. He's a great man. I've said it 1,000,001 times. He's just a horrible father. He doesn't know how to be a good dad. That doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't. But growing up with that for a long time, I thought, well, what's wrong with me? Why does my dad not love me? Why does he not show me the affection he shows my stepsisters or my stepbrother or any of those people? Why am I treated so differently? What is wrong with me?
And you've probably heard the phrase before, hurt people. So sometimes when people are hurt, they don't know how to deal with the hurt. And I'll say there's something that's called misdirected animosity, right? I mean, people aren't dealing with the stuff. This is why we're here right now, right? If you're not dealing with your brokenness in your life, you might have some misdirected animosity towards somebody else, one of your relatives, maybe a family member, maybe even a friend. You don't even know that you're doing it.
Well, and one of the things that we tend to do, it's part of the human nature, is we take out our anger, aggression, and hurt on those closest to us.
True.
And we do it because we think they won't push us away. They won't reject us. Right. And sometimes they do. That is real because maybe they're upset about something you've done and you don't even know it.
So you obviously took steps to, I'll say, be restored in your life.
I like how you say I obviously took steps instead of we.
Talk to me about that.
But there is no I in this. There's we. There's me and God.
Yeah.
There's me and my personal relationship with him. You know, I've brought this up before about, what are you going to do if a guy shows up at your door, knocks on your door, and asks to come in and take a shower and eat? And everybody's resounding answer was absolutely not. But remember, at some point, you could be doing that at God's gates, knocking at his door. I don't care what your relationship is with him. You don't need to tell us about it. You don't need to tell anybody about it. Your relationship with God is between you and him. and make sure that you keep a daily relationship with him.
How do you do that?
That's how we get to where we are.
How do you do that daily? What are you doing?
There's a few different things. Like I've said before, anytime I'm having a bad day, anytime things get a little topsy-turvy or upside down, I can reset my day at any moment by taking a knee and saying the Serenity Prayer. It's one that is so simple, so easy, and takes a few seconds. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Boom. My day starts over. I've instantly asked God to give me the ability to stop worrying about the crap I can't control and start focusing on the things I can. Because at the end of the day, I can't control you. I can't control my kids. I can't control anybody but myself.
Yeah, and you have a serenity prayer. I like to go to the Bible. You know, Psalm 34:18 is one of my favorite. And it's, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. Again, that's Psalm 34:18. And here's the thing. He doesn't say he helps those who are crushed in spirit. He says he saves those.
He saves them.
That's a pretty strong word, right?
It is, because it's what he does. He's in the saving and restoration business.
Yep.
That's what he does.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the thing. Well, I don't see how people can't see that.
Well, here's
living
I
proof.
can see it. Well, yeah, we
Hello?
there was a time we couldn't see it.
Do you see this? It's living proof.
You've said that a couple times in videos.
I know.
I don't understand how people can't see it.
We were
We
broken.
can understand it. It's just a Josh saying, just so you know.
Yeah, it's just me saying it, but I get it, because I was at a point where I didn't see it either. And I say that to you because now, where I'm at in my journey, I look at people like, how can't you see it? There's no other explanation for how I did what I did, and I'm sitting here today.
You're restored.
There's no explanation for
Except
it.
for what? Except for what?
G-O-D.
Yeah, except for God.
Good orderly direction and God watching over.
Yeah. You know, Satan, whatever happened in your life, you know, Satan's trying to use it to destroy you. But God can use it to take your scars and to turn them into stories. And he can take your weakness and turn it into wisdom. Hey, what do you think about this verse? My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Do you like that verse, Josh?
You really had to pull that verse out?
What are you laughing about?
Oh, Rob, you're such a jerkbag, among many other words that I will not use on this station. The reason Rob's bringing that one out is that is my life verse. That is a verse that I chose roughly 9 years ago to be my life verse. And the reason I chose that verse was I prayed for days about it. Why do you do this to me?
Hey man, I'm not doing anything.
You know, one of these times,
just talking.
One of these times, I'm going to find something that's going to get you to the point that I'm at, that I am constantly at in front of y'all.
We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. As I'm trying not to cry. That's my life verse, because what I realized is through all of my brokenness, in the times where I thought I was the weakest, now that I look back, those are the times where I was the strongest. Because, like I've said before, the reason I love addicts and alcoholics is because they show a certain resilience. They've made it this far in life, broken, undirected, and with no clue what to do. And yet, this verse speaks to my heart, because that was me. When I was the weakest in my life, when I was at my lowest points, I was actually the strongest I've ever been, and I didn't realize it till I came out the other side. And that's the thing that I love about that verse, is it gives you that.
And what follows that verse of my power is made perfect in weakness is, so I will boast all the more gladly in my weaknesses, so the power of Christ may rest on me. And that's why when you are weak, he is strong and you are strong. So, again, you are not broken beyond repair. God is in the restoration business. And in our next video, we're going to talk about how you lean on God's promises. So again, I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
We're here to help you find the beauty
in the darkness.
If you heard anything today, any comment, please comment, like, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Again, we love you. You are never alone. And,
well, there's a lot of things, but, you know, at the end of the day, we love you. God loves you. And just keep moving forward. Seriously. Keep pushing forward. It doesn't end here. It doesn't have to end here. You're stronger. You're better.
Keep going. Keep going. We'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.